Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm participating in a hub to spread joy and make May marvelous. The theme for the hub is celebrations/birthdays, so make sure to check the description box for giveaway details and list of hoppers. For my project, I'm gonna be making a 3D card, and we will be using amazing dies from Scrappiness and stamps from Sweet November Stamps and papers from Scrappiness. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the pieces for my main card, and these dies are amazing, you guys. They cut beautifully. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my pieces and come back to show you how they look like. So here are the pieces that you are left with, which is the card base, which is this one. And I want to make sure that I add a paper here to the middle, and I'm going to be using this Eco Park paper that looks kind of like water. And what I did was I used the same die. I cut the piece, I left out the tabs on the side, and I just cut it a little bit on the bottom so the main paper, the blue paper, could show a little bit. I also cut a little bit on the sides so when I fold the flaps it doesn't budge with the paper in the middle. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use wet glue to glue this down to my main card. Now that my paper is glued down, I'm now gonna fold the two tabs on the side, make sure they are crisp and they're creased and perfect for my other three pieces of paper that they're gonna become like the stage for this card, which these are the three pieces of paper. And for this part I want to put some paper, and I'm going to be using for this part these gorgeous papers from Scrappiness called Glitter Galore. They are gorgeous, you guys. I think I'm gonna be using maybe the yellow and the blue, or the blue and the green. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same three dies to cut the three pieces, and I'll be right back. And here are how they turned out, the three papers. I cut just the tab on the side, I cut it off, and then from the bottom I just cut a tiny piece so I could see also my blue paper, and I just glue it down, and that's gonna be part of my card. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue it and show you. I am going to start with the biggest piece. For this I'm gonna add wet glue just to make sure that this adheres really well to my card. Now you're gonna see me make a mistake, and I'm glad it happened so I can tell you what not to do. So I glue this part on the edge, and I should have glued my three pieces first and then to the other side. I think it would have been easier that way now that I have made the mistake of doing it this way, but it turned out well, so that's all it matters. But just so you know, it's better this way, and it is also better if you keep it flat and then take the other side to the little tab, and not this way, because I also had the issue that it came off one side when I was trying to fold it down, like to fold it flat, so I knew how it looked like and if it was gonna work. So those were my mistakes, and I know for next time, I promise I will make a video next time with a different theme for this and show you how I think it's better done. I promise. So here I'm just bending my tabs, and this is where I'm telling you that I have that issue that I'm telling you, because it wasn't easy putting them this way. I don't know why I didn't think of the other way before I did this, but this is the way I did it, and now I'm gonna glue the third little tab as well. When you add the last tab, make sure that it's aligned with your sides so you don't see it above those little sides. This is how it looks like without decorations, and here I am folding it to both sides to make sure that I can fit it in an envelope after. Now that my card base is done, I'm gonna put it to the side, and now let the fun part begin, which is we're gonna decorate these. And for my stamps, I'm gonna use my stamp tool. I love this thing. I don't think I use my acrylic blocks at all. It's very few, far in between, that I use them. This is the new set from Sweet November Stamps. It's called the Goopies, and it is super cute and adorable and perfect size for this type of card. So I am gonna go ahead and stamp all the mermaids. I want to use the 4 mermaids. I'm also gonna use that bottom of the ocean stamp that it comes with the little fish and also the sentiment. I'm gonna use the sentiment too. So I'm using everything from this set, which makes me super excited because I never use all the things. And then I'm gonna be using also this die from Cat Scrappiness, which has become one of my favorite shops. And I think I'm gonna use a couple of these for decoration as well. Now that my stamps are positioned where I want them to be, I'm going to be using Tuxedo Black Memento ink. This ink is fantastic and amazing if you're coloring with alcohol markers or watercolors as well. I love it because it doesn't smear, and I also love it because it doesn't stain my stamps. So let's go ahead and stamp these babies. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the bottom of the ocean and also the sentiment. Before I do that, I'm gonna clean my stamps, and I use for this a baby wipe. It's the easiest thing ever, and I buy my packs at Dollar Tree. They're just $1, and I use them for everything. I clean my space with that when I use inks and also my stamps. Now it's time to color, and for their skin I'm gonna be using Ohuhu alcohol markers R27, R26, R30, WG 0.5 and R110 for their cheeks, and this is going to be for my Caucasian skin tone. For my other 2 mermaids, I'm gonna do an African American skin. I'm gonna be using YR91, YR5, Y145 and R110 for their cheeks. And just like magic, I was fast coloring and here's how it turned out. This is the bottom of the ocean. I love it so much. And here are my mermaids and the 2 little fish. I'm gonna put them aside, and now I am going to cut with this Cat Scrappiness die set. I adore this set, and I think she has waves set, which I am going to get because I love ocean cards, so I'm gonna get that as well. This is brand new to me. I just got it, so you see me here pulling it apart, and a good way to show you how I do it too. But I am going to go ahead and cut these in white cardstock, and I'm going to be doing white because I want to color them with my alcohol markers, and I'm not going to be using color cardstock instead. Here I have cut a bunch of them. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna use, and then I'm using this amazing tool from Cat Scrappiness as well to poke out the cardstock from my die. And now we're gonna go ahead and color these. I'm gonna be using my plastic mat to color these on, and let's go ahead and color them together. For some of the algae, I decided to go with a brighter green just to create some contrast between the dark green that I colored the other ones and these ones. Now all my pieces are ready, and let's go ahead and put these together. For some of my pieces, I am using double-sided tape like you see me doing here, and for other ones, I am using wet glue. Here I am placing my algae. I'm just figuring out where it looks best. I didn't want it to be too crowded, the algae together, or too separate either, but I think the way I positioned them, it turned out really nice. Now I'm gonna place my cute little mermaids everywhere on the card. And for them, I am using wet glue. And to create some dimension, some of the mermaids and the things that I'm using, I am applying right behind the stage, the little pieces, and some right on top of it, so some can look like they're farther away than the others. Now for the little fish, I am going to use these 2 pieces of acetate so they can be like swimming in the middle of the card, and you can kind of not see the acetate because it's, you know, transparent. And for this, I am going to be using double-sided tape. Now I want to use my sentiments, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out and show you. I cut it out, I did some dash lines with my micron, and I placed it also in a piece of acetate because I want it to be back there like floating as well. And this is how it turned out. I absolutely love it. It fits perfectly in the envelope that I have chosen for this card. I cannot wait to send this to the person I made it for. Make sure, guys, that you give this video a thumbs up, that you subscribe, and tell me in the comments, have you ever made one of these 3D cards? Let me know. Happy crafting!